Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Speak English. I always look forward to lunchtime. It feels like that one part of the day where you can just hit pause, catch up with friends, and finally eat something good.
I totally get it. Lunch is almost like a mini vacation in the middle of the day. Whether you're at work or in class, it's a break you can actually look forward to, and sometimes the only chance to recharge.
And it's not just about food either, it's the conversations that make it fun. People seem more relaxed, maybe because they're hungry or just happy to step away from their desks for a while.
That's so true. Plus, you get to share stories, laugh about the morning, or even vent a little. It makes such a difference in how the rest of your day goes. Speaking of which, deciding what to eat is always an adventure in itself.
Honestly, figuring out what to eat at lunch can be the hardest part. Some days I want something light, like a salad, but other days I'm just craving something warm and comforting like pasta or grilled chicken.
That feeling when you're absolutely starving and nothing sounds better than a big meal. I've been there. I love how there are simple phrases in English for these moments, like, I'm starving, or, what do you feel like eating? They make ordering so much smoother.
Exactly. And if you're with someone, it's so natural to say, I'm craving something warm. It's a small thing, but it helps you connect and makes choosing a place easier. Plus, across the street is one of those phrases you'll hear all the time when talking about food spots.
Oh, for sure. Last week we got stuck on what to order for 20 minutes. Those key phrases really help keep things moving when everyone's getting hangry. Once you're at the cafe or restaurant, though, there's a whole new set of useful expressions to know.
I always notice how polite people try to be when ordering. Expressions like, we'll eat here, please, or I'll have the chicken wrap with fries sound friendly and natural. It's so much better than just saying the name of the food.
You're right, it makes such a difference. Saying, I'll have, feels polite. And it's something you hear everywhere, from fancy restaurants to casual cafes. Plus, you can mix it up. I'll take the veggie sandwich, or I'll be right back with your drinks. It all feels so warm and welcoming.
Menus always make me hungry. And sometimes it's hard to choose, especially when everything looks delicious. But having those ready-made phrases definitely builds confidence, especially if you're learning English.
I remember the first time I ordered food in English, I was a bit nervous, but I'll have made it so much easier. Once the food arrives, though, the real fun starts talking about how good it is or comparing what everyone ordered.
After that first bite, there's always a wave of relief. And then the conversation turns to habits like, do you usually eat out or bring lunch from home? I feel like everyone has their own routine.
My routine is pretty mixed. Sometimes I cook and bring leftovers, but on busy days, eating out is just easier. A lot of people do the same, and it's totally fine to say, I'm too busy to cook, or I bring my lunch from home.
That's true. I used to envy friends whose parents cooked for them every day. It's such a nice thing, having a homemade meal waiting for you. But honestly, learning to cook for yourself is kind of empowering.
I agree, and it's surprisingly fun once you get into it. One of my favorite things is experimenting with simple dishes, especially for lunch. Speaking of favorites, everyone seems to have a go-to meal when they're hungry.
Now that you mention it, my top pick for lunch is probably pasta or sushi, though I can never say no to a good burger now and then. How about you?
Salads are my usual, but every once in a while, a burger just hits the spot. It's all about balance, right? You can't eat perfectly all the time, and sometimes you just need comfort food.
Exactly. I like to think of it as once-in-a-while treats. And of course, after lunch comes the real pick-me-up afternoon coffee. I swear it helps me stay awake for the rest of the day.
Same here. My afternoon coffee is non-negotiable. It's like a ritual at this point. Funny how food and drinks become such a big part of daily routines. Before we wrap up, let's run through a few handy phrases that listeners can use in their own lunchtime conversations.
If you're listening and want to sound more natural at lunch, try phrases like, I'm starving, let's grab lunch, or I'll have a salad and a lemonade, please. They're simple but super useful.
And don't forget saying, once in a while, I eat out with my coworkers, or I usually bring lunch from home. helps you talk about your habits easily. The more you use these, the more confident you'll feel.
Absolutely, and you might even make new friends over lunch. Next time, we'll dive into how to chat after work or school, which is perfect for making small talk and sharing hobbies.
That sounds like a blast. Until then, keep practicing, enjoy your lunch breaks, and remember speaking English every day really does make a difference. See you in the next episode of Let's Speak English.